All right, guys, it's March 26th. It's Wednesday afternoon, and welcome to my kitchen. You're going to be privy to something that Jen and I have been doing long distance for the better part of about 7 or 8 months now. She's in the Kansas City area, and of course I'm out here in California. And tonight is really going to be the last time that we have a Skype hookup. The last time that we are apart. And we thought that you might enjoy being a part of it, and this will really be probably the first upload that sort of announces our life together. As you know, Missy Jenn is my girlfriend. I'm going out to Kansas City, or by the time you read this, I will have already gotten there, picked her up, and driven her here to the rancho, and you will have already known that by now. But this is Wednesday, and we thought it's kind of a special occasion because we probably chooched, I don't know, take 8 months, 7 months times three times a week, so I don't know, what is that, 12 times a month. We probably chooched about 80 or 90 times here. So tonight is kind of a special night because it's the last night. And we thought that we would just record the event because when you think about not doing this Skyping and stuff, this Google Plus, it's got a real upside to it because communications where Jen is just sucked like crazy. But, you know, I'm welcoming you to be along tonight. There's no surprises on Jen's part. She knows what's coming, and she's very happy to be a part of this tonight. So you just sit back and enjoy. We're going to talk about some of the things on her mind as she counts down the days, and literally, with this being Wednesday, by this time 48 hours from now, I will be in Missouri, and we will be getting to sleep, getting ready to head west and come out to the rancho. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to be like real hillbillies, right? Coming out here, going from through Kansas City and then to Lyman, Colorado, night 1, Salt Lake City, night 2, Reno, Nevada, night 3, and then into Santa Rosa on Tuesday, April 2nd in the afternoon. So it's going to be a great trip, and you'll see lots of vids. This is just the first one, and we thought it would be fun to share that experience. So I'm waiting for her. There's the ding, ding, ding. And you can see, there she is, the woman of the hour. There she is. I was giving a little bit of an introduction before you came on, just to sort of set the table a little bit for everybody. And there she is. Of course, I'm dressed down tonight, and honey, you got that? You're kind of spilling out of the top of that, aren't you?
Just a little.
Just a little bit. I was just explaining to people that this is kind of a special night for us tonight. It's really the last Google Plus chooch that you and I are going to have, unless I'm traveling or something like that in the future. And you can see your pictures pretty clear now. So kind of a special night tonight.
Yeah.
I tell you guys, you talk about frustrating. This. Yeah, there you are. I can hear you. Huh?
In a few hours.
Yeah, your cam froze. There you are. You're okay now. 48 hours, huh?
You minute. It's, yeah. So not even as much technically. About 42 hours.
Wow. This'll be my third and final visit. I was telling people that this will be, you will already be here on the rancho by the time this is uploaded. But we thought it might be nice if we recorded this just to show people what we've done really for the last 7 months or so. Like 3 times a week, we try to do it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for about an hour or so. And remember, Jen is 2 hours earlier than I am. So right now it's about 6:10 on the rancho here, and it's 8:10 in the evening there. And Jen, you've had some really long days, haven't you?
Yes, lately, well, the last 2 months I've been super busy in getting things tied up here and tie up all the loose ends, packing stuff, sorting through stuff, getting rid of stuff, getting ready, transferred over to California, and
yeah, let me just jump in.
All
Yeah.
I'm gonna do tomorrow is
Let me just jump in and say, you know, you're really kind of soft paddling, and you've had to do a tremendous amount of work to take 12 years of your life in Missouri and basically condense that down to a pool trailer, a U-Haul pool trailer, to come out to the rancho. You've had to organize all your medical stuff, to change over all your medical care to UCSF. You've had to take care of still living life there with your roommate and stuff, and trying to keep her happy and trying to work on the place. You renovated the bathroom a little bit, changed out all the electrical sockets. Plus, the worst part, you've had to babysit me for the last 7 months or so when I'm doing all my my crazy stuff out here. So I think you've done a fantastic job of doing that. You know, we've you know, I've had a few meltdowns here and there and stuff. It's a big responsibility to you know, to move somebody and to do it the right way. But you really did a fabulous job of doing stuff the right way there. So, you know, I think it's all part of that German planning, huh?
well, I think that we both together actually have communicated that well in what steps need to be undertaken, in what order, prioritized. It's like we, in a previous video, talked about you can't just up and go and leave overnight. You have to, especially for somebody like me that has to have medical attention and stuff, you know, you want to make sure you get everything done right. You're going to leave here with a clean slate, and you start with a clean, fresh slate when you go, you know, and
it's all good. Why don't you, we've been a little tricky too. We've pre-uploaded a lot of videos for when we're on the road, because we were both concerned about security and everything. We didn't really want to make a big, you know, most people assume that you were coming out in summertime, and then the opportunity came to get you out here a little bit earlier, and we took that. But both you and I preloaded a lot of videos that people have actually already enjoyed now by the time they see this one. So you're pretty clever, girl. You got.
I actually have just made 2 more videos today that are going up during the trip that we are, basically while we are traveling. There's going to be nearly everyday videos coming up where I still have the pictures hanging on the wall back here.
Yeah, why don't you scan, take your cam, can you scan your room a little bit and show people how pick clean that place is now? I mean, there's just like, it's just like everything is basically chooched out of there now. And on the other side, you don't even have a TV set in there anymore, you know, so.
Yeah, it's all gone.
All gone. So you've been nice top down shot, hon. That was, yeah, you did a good job on chooching all that stuff out of there. So, you know, but...
well, the thing is, safety is a big concern, and it is best to let everybody believe that I'm still here while we are actually traveling.
Yeah, for safety.
Basically have traveled, because you never know after, you know, some of the things that we have gone through with the threats and stuff.
Yeah, we've gotten some threats, and you know, we've got a few stalkers here and there that you know, we just decided for safety's sake it would be better if people didn't know our route and where we're going right now until we were actually here. Now, don't worry, we're going to have a lot of video from the trip, right, coming up?
That's right. I've got the JVC 16 gigs is ready. I've got the flip video.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Then you've got the Bloggy, and then the other ones.
Yeah, and you'll have your computer if I have to offload the Bloggy a little bit and store stuff on it. We are all set. We're going to have a lot of video, which you'll be enjoying in the next over the course of the next week or so. Jen will be uploading some. I'll be uploading some. We're still working out details on our own channel and stuff, which is fine. We have the rest of our lives, so it's not. We're going to do it the right way and get that chooching good. But Jen's going to take a lot of video, and I'm going to take a lot of video too. And are you going to be flashing those truckers going down the highway, babe?
Well, I was actually thinking about when the inspector guy comes, gentleman comes next time.
Yeah, you'll handle the next time.
He'll be blind. He'll be blinded.
Yeah, he'll be blinded.
He will just check it off. Okay.
So we're going to have a lot of fun. But I tell you what, let's tell people about what communications have been like for us for the past 7 months. It's really been it really started out as a nightmare, and it only got, you know, it got a bit better, but it's still, like, today's about as good as it gets. But boy, we had to, you had to spend a fortune to make sure that you could get data upfed from basically very rural America. I mean, they really take advantage of people out in the heartland, don't they?
Well, first of all, I gotta throw in some sarcasm of life. Now that I'm leaving, CenturyLink has installed DSL. They came by today for $19 a month.
Oh, wow.
Unlimited DSL.
But we started out back in July. We started out back in July and August, and I actually had to call Sprint. Yeah, because they were bullshitting you about people were out working on the cell tower and stuff, and you never saw anybody out there on the towers or anything.
Right. I would have loss of signal for days, sometimes 3-4 days at a time. And every time I called, they said somebody was working on the towers, so I would drive out to the towers to never see anybody. So here is a memo. It's very important to know, if you have Sprint, their employers are invisible.
Yeah, yeah.
You
and
can't see them.
Then you went into the Verizon dick, and he sold you a screwed up phone, and you know, made a mess of that. I mean, it's just they really. That's one of the uploads you did about taking advantage of girls and stuff. When you go in and you depend on these people to help you out, and they gave you the worst freaking phone that you actually used as roadkill, didn't you, under your car?
I actually tested my hammer out to see what would break first, the phone or the hammer, and the phone broke first.
I got to be careful. But I tell you, it's over now, because I told Jen, you know, you come out here and we're on the triple play from Comcast. It's $99. You got high-speed internet, which your phone can chooch onto and send data on that, and you got TV, and you've got a house phone for $99 a month. I mean, what a friggin' bargain, you know? So I told Jen she'll think she died and went to heaven when she comes out here with the, how long did it take you sometimes to upload movies? Overnight, didn't it sometimes? It would take you...
Yeah, with the 3G chooch, it sometimes took 6-7 hours for a 15-minute video. After Rosie X.
See, we get a little lag here from the Sprint.
Initially talked to the chooch actually sped up, so I can now upload the 10-minute video in like an hour.
Yeah, we would have if the Sprint. If the Sprint had worked like this, we would never have had to worry about Verizon, right? But the Sprint was all dickered up.
Right.
You know, we had to call the supervisor Dick out there in Missouri somewhere, and then she finally got stuff working, and they unclogged your line there to get you a little bit of speed. You know, I mean, holy crap, you know. So, wow.
Well. I believe what actually happened is that they dial it down.
Yeah.
In the hope that you will cancel your contract, because I had unlimited data plan, and they were trying to get rid of people that have unlimited data and try to push you into limited data.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. They choke you down on that feed. So that was so we got that supervisor gone, and she fixed that chooch. But that was just one of the major problems that we faced. And then in the future uploads, you'll be talking about neighbors and things like that, and you know, living rural. People have certainly seen what I've done to prepare the rancho here, and I guess people thought, why are you working so fast and furious, Rosie? I mean, now they sort of will know that because you're you're coming out earlier, and the ramps and things and stuff had to be done. But you know, and I told Jen, when you think about where Jen lives, the small town and the community, everybody knows that she transitioned. Everybody knows that born male, living female now, and in so many ways you've been able to move ahead. But in a lot of ways, there's people in life that never want you to forget, you know, about your past and what you used to be. And I think one of the most exciting things for Jen is the prospect of coming out to California, where you are immediately and fully accepted as 100% woman, totally cutting the bullshit. No more stuff about pronouns, he and him and all that kind of stuff. So that to me is the most exciting thing, for you to really breathe the air out here and relax and just start a totally new kind of life. What do you think about that?
I think that's going to be a great experience, because when you have people that you have worked with for years and you run into them, they won't even look at you. Because they hate you and despise you and stuff. Yeah, I think it's pretty neat to just go and start new somewhere else, and nobody knows anything about. Yeah,
and everybody, yes, and you immediately command total respect from everybody. You know, right off the bat, and you're coming into a place, California, where nobody cares about anybody else's business, because everybody thinks their life is more exciting than yours. So
here you've got a lot of bored people that just literally almost have binoculars on you.
Yeah, well, they had to, you know, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but one time they had more than a pair of binoculars trained on you, because they shot through your window one time. over there. So I'm not going to get a lot into that now because you're still, you know, you're here now, but I'm talking to you there. But, you know, it's been, there'll be a lot of stuff that we'll debrief and talk about. A lot of stuff on my end, too, because there's a lot of responsibilities to having you out here. And I think one of the things that amazes me about you is you're always upbeat and you're very positive, and you're one of the nicest girls I've ever met. So for me to realize that some people in that town, you know, could not rise above your past and just accept you as the nice person that you are, really kind of blew me away a lot of times. But, you know, you're in the Bible Belt.
Right. I mean, this borderline redneck country.
Yeah, enough said.
And in general, the old saying is that Missouri is 50 years behind when it comes to cultural advancements.
Yeah, well, I think you're going to be very happy out here in California. And I think I've tried to demonstrate, to Jen, you know, my commitment in doing the things that I thought needed to be done out here to make sure that the place is at least initially safe and comfortable for you, because you don't want to ever be in, I got to be honest, your environment was not really safe. I'm not talking about personal safety, but up and down steps and, you know, really poor roads and things in your community and stuff. I mean, I always worry, you fell down a few times out there and things. So I really want to make sure that the chances for Jen getting hurt are really minimal, because you've had two hips replaced, and you know, you've come back from basically not even being able to walk, talk, and see. And I don't want us to go backwards because you slip and fall, but I think you'll be safer out here in a lot of ways because you won't worry about ice. Talk about the Missouri winters and what they do to your hips and things.
Right. Yeah, the cold weather is just really making me hurt so bad that I can hardly walk anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, when it gets cold, like in the 30s, 40s, it's just
tough.
Really tough.
And you have, you often have below zero and very windy there too.
Yeah, we just, even today we got this, it was 37, and then there was this Arctic wind blowing, and it felt like it was like 20 or even less. And I was wearing 2 coats, a sweatshirt, and a t-shirt.
It's still cold, but I'll tell you one thing amazing, Jen, is you never get sick, you never get colds. You know, you never, you know, and despite the fact that you have a compromised immune system, you never get sick and you never seem to get colds, and that's a good thing, you know. So there's a lot of strength in you to, you know, maybe German toughened you up. I don't know, like growing up in Germany and all that stuff. You know, playing Hansel and Gretel, I don't know, you're a lot tougher, right?
I was actually the one that pushed the evil witch into the oven.
There we go. Okay. Which means what? I better watch my ass here on the. I better watch my ass here on the rancho. So, well, this is the less than 48 hours. It's hard to believe tomorrow's my last full day of work. What I'm going to do is Friday, Bobby's going to take me down to the bus. They have a bus that goes direct to the airport. I'm going to take the shuttle bus down, hop on the plane, and about 2:10 in the afternoon local time, I should be in Missouri. We're going to have a farewell sort of dinner down there, and then we're going to get to bed early because we have to load up. You got all of your stuff in storage, and I'll never know how you hauled. Now, you don't have a ton of stuff, but you know, you had the scooter, you had the desks, and you had a lot of stuff to move under the nose of a lot of nosy neighbors and stuff there.
Well, tricky me. As soon as the darkness arrived, in the light of the moon. I would load up my car in the evening and then take it out the next morning, and nobody really they were standing in their garage out there every day watching. Well, they saw me drive away once in the morning. You know, as soon as their garage door closed and the lights go out and it gets dark, Mamacita's out with their
Well, I told you that the day we leave town, I so want to drop my pants in the middle of Main Street and moon that whole town. You know, Mamacita will say, no, ladies don't do that stuff. So we just got her. Well, she might let me that day. So. But that's funny. But anyway, then we're going to what? We're going to load up the U-Haul, and then we're going to be pulling for Lyman, Colorado for night number 1. We're going to roll across Kansas, which is a wide state, and we're going to roll across about 1/3 of Colorado. And then the next day, we're going to take in the beautiful scenic Rocky Mountains. We're going to go over the Rockies. And then down into the western Colorado, then up the Wasatch Mountains and into Salt Lake City for night number 2. So there's going to be a lot of spectacular videoing coming up, because there's going to be a lot of snow on the up in the mountains, and our weather looks pretty good so far going through. And then the next night we'll cross the next day we'll cross the Nevada desert. And then we'll be in Reno, the biggest little city in the world. And then on Tuesday, Missy, Jen will be home here on the Rancho. And I'll have Wednesday off, and we'll kind of get a little bit organized. And then Thursday I'll be back to work. But it's going to take her quite a while to get used to the chooch here around the Rancho. But looking forward to having you out here, babe.
Looking forward to being there.
So that's about 24 minutes. I'm going to end the video now. I want to keep talking to Jen a bit longer, but I thought you might enjoy, that too, squeezing them together like that. But our last, amor siempre. Don't go anywhere when I turn this camera off, yeah. Kills me every time, guys. All right, baby, I love you. So give everybody a toodles, and you will see. You will have already seen her on the Rancho by the time this plays. So, all right, there's your Missy Jen. So, love you, honey.
Love you, toodles.